Good evening. Look at all these faces. This is Rogue Remix Crew, our championship hip hop squad from last year's Dancing with the Rogue Valley Stars, the first time we ever had competing hip hop crews, and you guys are the winning crew. Thank you guys for joining us. How you guys doing?
Yeah,
Awesome.
We're doing good.
Trying to get used to this mute button, but otherwise good.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yes, Jamie just popped in. So I was just about to say we're missing a couple members, but we'll see if they pop in here throughout this Zoom. And if not, we'll catch them another time somehow. Hey, Jamie, thank you for joining us from the comic shop.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So I'm going to try to MC this thing best I can. With so many faces, we'll try not to talk over each other and everything, but I just want to hear from you guys and see what's been going on with your crew, with your lives over the past year. Let me start off with Carly, though, because Carly, center square, I feel like Hollywood Squares here, center square, you were the coach of Rogue Remix Crew last year. You're still in high school. You're finishing up your senior year. So as a junior, you coached this team of adult hip hop stars to the championship. Actually, you made them hip hop stars. So what was that like? Was this a motley crew to kind of wrangle together and make this happen?
It was so much fun. Like our first practice together, I already knew that we were going to become a family. And just throughout our practices that we were doing each week, we got closer and closer. And we've just made so many good memories outside the studio and inside the studio. And I'm just so blessed to have that time with them and get to know them. And it's just awesome to be like, yeah, I'm the one that coached 8 adults and won a hip hop team my junior year. It's a nice bragging moment. So I just loved every single second.
Absolutely, it's bragging, right? Yeah. So when we announced the teams and when you guys realized that your coach was in high school, did that intimidate any of you guys? Were you like impressed? Were you worried? Like, what was the reaction?
I was worried.
Not at all.
I just thought that, she knows what's trending and we're going to win because of that, she's with the times. So I was like, that's an advantage for sure. That's what I thought about it.
I was worried because I'm like, dang, she has a lot of energy. So I was a little bit worried.
That first night, Matt, when you you gave us each our little dog tag with the color for our Sparrow team, I saw Carly and it was like love at first sight. I was hoping that she would be our coach and you put that dog tag in my hand and I was so excited. So really great.
That's so fun to hear. Like we knew, like both our coaches, Carly and Megan, I mean, best of the best that we had access to. And so like, we just knew however the team shaped out and they were just going to be awesome. And so it was so fun to watch it, to think back. And I'm remembering that first night where we divided the teams and you guys are hustling to figure out your names and you're trying to get to know each other, you're just thrown into it. And then about 10 weeks later, to see you guys perform on stage, you guys looked like a pro hip hop squad. The evolution of that was amazing to us because it was our first time doing this with the show. We didn't know how it was going to go, to be honest with you, and it went so well that we're going to have to include hip hop in every live show we do from here on out. So yeah, so you guys set the standard. You guys were the first.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, baby. Rogue Remix for life.
So Carly, you mentioned that you guys felt like family, and I heard some chit chat from more than one of you that there was some talk about possibly getting a tattoo, to commemorate. I mean, that's pretty serious. You guys must have felt like family if you're going to permanently mark it on your body. Have you guys done that?
Yeah, I think COVID has kind of delayed that, but there's still been some talk from some of us that are brave that want to do it. So.
I'm ready. I'm ready. You give me a date and time, I'll be there.
All right. Karen and I were just talking about yesterday again? Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
We're going to for sure do it. Me and the Josh is for sure going to do it.
Carly was trying to say something, but I think she got muted out. She said something about, wait, I'm only 17. I can't do that yet. Right?
By the time we actually do it, she'll probably be like 30.
Right.
So I got to ask, who still has, and who still wears your shoes? You guys had those light up LED shoes.
I have them.
Part
I
of
don't
your
wear-
routine was in the dark with like black light, and so you guys glowed. It was really awesome to watch, and you guys all had matching outfits, matching shoes. The shoes were like the kicker. That was like the bow tie, you know, that tied it all together. Who still wears them?
I don't wear. I got them wrapped up. They're safe, and in its own little.
Mine are
I
wrapped
might have
up.
to get a case for it. I might have to get a custom case for it. I don't know. We'll see.
Those shoes were, I gotta say, those shoes were awesome. But when we first put them on and tried to practice, we were scared to death because there was no traction. We were scrambling, trying to figure out how we could not fall on our behinds. And I gotta tell, I was freaking out. I mean, and I don't know who came up with the glue on the bottom. I don't know who that was, but genius.
Well,
Yeah,
it's funny you mention that, because we were having issues with the North Medford High School floor. It was really bad, and so we had this solution. We brought in this floor that was gifted to us, and we put it on. We spent like 2 days putting it together, and it was great, but it was super slippery, and we didn't account for that. And so, yeah, you guys like put your lives on the line, like doing some of those moves. You could have thrown your back out. You could have cracked your head. Who knows what? But you guys, if you were nervous, if you were worried about that, it never showed.
Oh, dress rehearsal. We're lucky we didn't lose anybody.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go.
We were just at rock bottom, right? Yeah, that night we were so bumming. Like, we were falling all over ourselves. We couldn't even walk on that floor in our shoes. We were all feeling like we really had to dig deep to stay hopeful. And then I had gotten injured. I was in the ER with Carly's dad that morning, texting everybody like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it. And it just all worked out. We were so grateful.
Yeah, I spent that whole night researching ideas to try to figure out a way to get more traction in our shoes. And I don't remember if it was me or Jamie or something that found the solution, which ended up being hot glue guns. So we some of us brought in our hot glue guns, and we were backstage hot gluing not just our shoes, but everybody else's shoes too. So those things got a lot of use.
Wow. Carly, what did you have to say about that? You were talking, but I think we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, that practice night was so stressful because I had 8 adults on me saying, Carly, this doesn't work. Carly, the team is watching us. Carly, this, Carly, that. I'm like, guys, I know this. So it was a lot. It was a big stressor, like with the shoes as well. But somehow we found a way the next day to pull it all together and get rid of all the negativity and all the stress and just go out there and perform our best. And it was just amazing.
So I'm glad you mentioned that you guys are talking about the dress rehearsal, because the other team, Breaking Benjamins, led by Coach Megan Brandow, incredible people. I mean, all of our hip hoppers, we had 16 of you, 8 on each team, and then a coach, and just the most incredible group of people. Both teams put on an amazing performance. I mean, I don't know how, like, that was a hard vote for people because they were both so good. So it really could have gone either way. But I remember rehearsal, Breaking Benjamins was practicing first because you guys won the coin toss. So you were gonna perform second. That's what you chose to do. So you were watching Breaking Benjamins on stage, and I remember you guys looked like ghosts. You guys were like, oh no. Like, I could tell, and I heard you guys talking like they're gonna beat us. It's so good.
We were the average Joes.
Yeah, and I'm going, where's this coming from? Because you guys are just as good. But you guys did not have the confidence on that rehearsal night. You didn't think you were going to win. And I think you guys we had to have some pep talks with you, like, hey, like, give it your all. This is going to be great. And look, you guys end up pulling out the win. So, what do you think about that?
It was the song choice that was like, whoa. It had so many different beat changes.
It was on point.
Layers, and I was like, oh my gosh, this song sounds like crazy because I don't think we saw the performance. I think we stepped outside just to, just because we didn't want to hype ourselves up or psych ourselves out, but we heard the song. And once we heard it, I was like, oh boy, we are in for a treat.
When they walked in, when they all were walking in their gold and black, it was like the wind machines. Like, I felt like we were in that, definitely a really amazing 80s movie where, like, we became the underdogs. It felt that way because they were flashy and they had this incredible music. And I accidentally saw them because I went to the practice room and they had the video going. And I was like, oh.
We knew Emily was going to be doing ninja flips and stuff. So
yeah, they had some good tricks.
Yeah.
Carly's raising her hand like she's in school. I love it.
I know. Well, I am in school. So I chose music because I was like, okay, let's think about this. People in the audience at this fundraiser, what age are they? And I was like, I think they're a little bit older than I think. So we're going to go with a song that everyone knows.
That's wisdom beyond your years right there. Like, you were thinking of the audience, you were thinking, what's the makeup of the audience? Like, you got a history in like the marketing side of this thing, I think. Definitely.
I feel like because we've been through a lot of hard stuff through the process too, like just bonding as a team, like Jamie busted out the talking stick and it really helped us like dig deep and connect on a deeper level, and just, I think because Carly was in high school, like she just brought this whole other dimension, right? And we were getting together like every day that last week for practice, and Josh like had a bad fall one of the nights, and I just feel like all those experiences, like really pulled us together as a team. And so to just go from that place of like rock bottom during dress rehearsal, we just like said a prayer backstage, and we just put it all out there, and I really do feel like we left it all on.
I love that. I mean, I don't know, like we were all pretty consistent on showing up to practice, and I think because of that, like we really got to connect with each other. Karen was going through some stuff, I had my injury, everyone was going through some stuff at that time, and I don't know, it was kind of like a safe place to kind of vent and release whatever it was that we were experiencing at that time, in a safe space. And it was really cool to be able to have a new family in that way. It really was.
You brought it up again, the word family, and I'll start to wrap it up with this, and I'll tell you guys. So like I said before, it's the first time the show ever had hip hop squads, and the closeness, the bond that you guys and the other team as well, that both teams created, that was so visible and it was so apparent. And all the ballroomers, they're looking at you like they wanted what you had. And several of them even said to me, we had a great time with our ballroom partner, but my goodness, that the hip hoppers, they look like they're a family. They look like they've really connected and bonded, and they wanted that. It was something that just was so beautiful, and it's like, man, I wish I could have experienced that. And so it was I just wanted to thank you guys for jumping in with all of your feet, and for being vulnerable, and for taking risks, because I know it was a scary thing, especially for those of you that never danced. Yeah, there they are. Look at all of them. You guys, it was no small thing what you did, what the other team did, and you just made the show just one of a kind. And you set the stage, you set the standard, and we're gonna continue with that format, when we can get back to live shows. But just wanted to thank you guys for, it's been a year now. I can't believe it's been a year. All these memories are popping up on Facebook. Oh my gosh, it's been a year. I can't believe that. So thank you for one of the most unique, most fun, most beautiful experiences of dancing with the Rogue Ballet Stars.
Oh, thanks for letting us have that opportunity, Matt. That was great.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Matt.
everything.
We just set it up, like we say in Sparrow Clubs. People always think us, and we're like, we just set it up, and the kids do all the good stuff, right? Well, we just set this up, and you guys did all the good stuff. So it's all good all around, or it's all love, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, I got to sign off. I got to get my son off to a meeting that he has, and I know you guys got other things going on. So thanks for checking in.
Good to see everybody.
And,
Yeah.
catch the show. It airs on the 14th on KDRV at 10. After that, it'll live on the website, and so we'll be able to watch it there too. But thanks for being part of this, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys. Love
Miss you guys.
Guys, love you guys.
Love you.
Go
Bye-bye.
Grimmins for life.
Yeah.
That's right.